Have you or someone you know recently gotten engaged and are now looking for a celebrant for your big day? Well, look no further because I am a registered marriage celebrant servicing the southeast Queensland and northeast New South Wales areas. Not only do I take care of all the paperwork, but I focus on creating a personalised ceremony that reflects you as a couple. So whether you want a ceremony that's fun and exciting, if you want a bit of a tearjerker, or maybe a bit of both, get in touch by heading to therollingcelebrant.com or look me up on Facebook or Instagram at the_rolling_celebrant and let's discuss how to make your wedding day one that you've always dreamt of, as long as no stairs are involved. Okay, you ready? Let's do it. You're listening to Chats from a Chair, with me, Nick Dempsey, coming to you from my wheelchair. I speak with people who have a great story to tell, portraying the human potential, often in the face of adversity. Check out the Instagram page at chatsfromachair_podcast and let me know who you think I should have on and have a chat with. Also, don't forget to hit follow on whatever platform you're listening to this. But for now, sit back and enjoy this episode. G'day and welcome back to another episode of Chats from a Chair. Today I have with me Matt Curran. Mate, thanks for coming on and having a chat.
Thanks for having me.
No worries. All right, we know you sustained a fairly significant injury following a motorbike accident. So I want to get into all that and a bit of the negative things and stuff you've gone through, but then also some of the cool things you're doing today. So, I mean, for starters, take me back to the day you sustained your injury and tell me how that came about. What happened?
I don't really remember bits and pieces of it. I don't remember the whole day, but I just woke up and sent my truck in to get service that day, dropped that off, and then continued day to day. I went to the shops and got some stuff and whatever it was. 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I got a call saying the truck was ready to get picked up. So I got on my bike. Mum told me I'd called her just before I got on it and said that she'd come pick me up and take me to my truck. So I was going to go home and pick up my dog. And I said, no, it's all right. I'll drive my bike. And I was going to put the bike on the back of the truck and drive the truck. And that was it. Didn't make it. So
yeah, shit. It's always those things. What if? But there's no point thinking what if, is there?
Yeah.
So what happened? How did you come off? Did you get hit by a car? What happened?
No, I was sort of doing what I always did. It was when I rode a motorbike, it was always on the back wheel.
Right.
So yeah.
A one wheel bike.
Yeah, it's like I used to ride a unicycle. I went to school at Rabina. I used to ride a unicycle to school, so I love balancing that whole. Riding bikes. I've ridden bikes my whole life, so
yep.
I loved it. Just on the back wheel, loved that balancing feeling. But this day, don't know what happened, but I think all I can think is that I had it up and the fuel was coming out.
Oh, right.
So, and that was enough for me to look down and go, oh, what's that? And that's enough for me to flip.
Yep. Just get that little bit.
I ended up coming off and hit a fence, and that smacked me arm, broke both arms and ripped chunk of bone out of my leg. So, and then the bike sliding, the sparks off that lit me up.
Oh, shit.
So I was on fire, and the people behind me pulled over and put me out, and one of them was an ICU nurse.
Oh, what are the odds of that?
Yeah, so that was very, very lucky. But yeah, so they did that, and the first responders, because the ambulance station is just over the other side of the highway, like it's probably a couple of K away. But yeah, it took them like a minute and a half, I think, to get there from.
If you're gonna do it, you did it in a good way, didn't you?
Did it properly, yeah.
Yeah, shit. So you're up on the back wheel. Think you might have got distracted, come off, smashed up your arms, your leg, and lit yourself on fire.
Yep.
Jesus, mate, that's a good effort. But like you said, a minute and a half away from the ambulance.
Yeah, very lucky.
Very lucky, yeah.
I was bleeding out of my leg. There was 140 mil of bone out of it gone, so I was bleeding pretty
would've.
bad. And the first responders, they got there and they carry blood, so
Oh, right.
normal ambulances don't. So I was very lucky that they rocked up first and they were able to give me blood. And
Could have been a very different story otherwise.
yeah. So
Since then, have you reconnected or met with those people that were there first on scene with you and been able to have the opportunity to chat to them?
no, I haven't. I've been down to the ambulance station to say thank you and whatever, and the bloke that I spoke to did remember it, but unfortunately not the people that were there. There was, I got one of my mates, his daughter was doing training at the time, and to be an ambulance officer, and
oh really?
And she was there. So
shit,
it's funny how
small world, isn't it?
It all comes back, and
I ran into the bloke that drove me to the hospital, the ambulance driver, and he just happened to pick my brother broke his collarbone playing footy. Happened to be the same
What's
driver.
The chances of
I know.
that?
Yeah, he said my brother was carrying on more than me. So I let him know about that. But yeah, what are the odds? Small world, isn't it?
It is.
It is. So obviously, once those first responders there probably save your life there and then, and you rush back to hospital. What's the first thing do you know what they've done to you at hospital, or what's your first memory of being there?
I woke up 3 weeks later, so I was put into a coma.
For 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, shit.
And so after a week, they had to amputate my leg. My body, I've got burns. None of that was healing. My arms.
Right.
So it was all going to my leg, so they had to get rid of that. So family had to make the call.
So because there was so much of you trying to heal, your leg was essentially taking all the nutrients and everything that were healing, and none of shit.
Yeah.
So your family made the call.
Yep.
Cut the leg off.
Yeah. So that was. Anyway, that was a hard thing for them. Because I was so active and always out and about. They weren't sure how I was going to go with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so.
Well, you're like one wheel, may as well have one leg.
Yeah, mate. It's not a bad thing having this prosthetic. It's good balance. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
anyway.
good.
But so I woke up 3 weeks after and wasn't too surprised that it had happened. But yeah, just to see the impact that it had on my family and friends, that was enough to everyone that day. I've met up with the people who put blankets and stuff on me, and it messed them up enough.
That's the thing. It's the others around you that it affects often, isn't it? Not just you yourself can often deal with it, but it's those around that it can impact. But I mean, once you wake up, did you get told, or did you know straight away you didn't have your leg, or how did that come about?
I can't really remember it too well. Yeah, my sister was. I thought it was a shark.
Oh, did you?
yeah. Because anyway.
Yeah.
Used to go kite anyway. I thought it was a shark. Anyway. Yeah. So it was hard to come with.
So you sustained obviously the burns, the break, the loss of your leg, and there was a brain injury as well.
Yeah.
Is that right? So
I had what they class as a severe brain injury. So I'm thankful that
had the full helmet on and everything, and that's still shit. So you must have hit it pretty hard.
I was doing 90 or 100.
Yeah, okay. When you came,
forensic investigation and stuff, and So
that's it. Yeah, okay. It all just came at once. Do you remember? Was there or has there been one in particular that's harder to deal with than all the others? When you think about either losing a leg, having a brain injury, or having burns, or something?
I reckon it's my arms.
Yeah.
The legs are right. Like the legs, I can walk, I can run, not run, but I can do everything with that. It's my hands. Like I can't feel my left hand.
Yeah.
I got no. So that's sort of limited me more, and
Yeah. Okay. So it's
the legs, nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you process all that news when you wake up and realise you've sustained these life-changing injuries? How did you deal with them?
I wasn't surprised.
Which
No. When I woke up, I sort of, I watched a video earlier. I was showing another bloke earlier.
Yeah.
In the video, when I woke up, I was happy. Like,
Oh, yeah.
wasn't happy, but realised, come to terms that it is what it is.
It is what it is. Sort of just happy to be alive. And
Yeah.
And then, all right, time to get on with it.
But so
Yeah, okay.
wasn't the worst thing. But now that I've had it after for a bit, it's completely changed. Like I'm good with the leg now.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a limitation. Well, it is
No,
a
of
little bit,
but you can get
can
around
do
it.
everything
Yeah,
day
okay.
to day.
Yeah, we'll definitely get into more of the awesome things you're doing these days. I should ask as well, how long ago was this injury?
It's in 2020.
2020, so
So
5
it's
years
coming
ago.
up 5 years.
Yeah, okay. So what was the treatment? Does it feel different? I always hear about like phantom pain and phantom itchiness, or is that a thing? Do you still feel like?
Yesterday I was scratching the bottom of this foot, and I was like, "Oh, that's a bit weird. I'll just check this foot." And I was like, oh,
No,
I don't have a foot."
Yeah, right. So you
But
got,
I still like, I used to sleepwalk.
yeah, okay.
Woke up this couple of years ago. I woke up one morning, my bedside table was upside down. There's a mess all over the floor. And
You must have.
what the fuck happened here? And I went to work that day, and it was about midday. We were walking over to get lunch. I was like, "Oh, this is a bit sore. What's going on?" Took the sock off, and I'd split the bottom of it.
Oh shit!
So I must have tried to.
Get up and sleepwalk.
Yeah. Still thinking that I've got a leg. Like it still
just
does
collapsed.
feel like it's there. Like yeah. So
Yeah,
it's-
right.
yeah.
That's it's odd because I kind of understand. Obviously, it's different. Like I can sit here and I can't move my feet, but if I'm sitting here and I try to wiggle my toes, like internally, it almost still feels like it's happening.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
so yours is similar to that,
Yeah.
is it?
Same thing.
It still
like
feels like it's happening.
So
Yeah.
yeah. I still feel like I am moving my foot. Like when I'm driving.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like
you just instinctively go to do it.
that's me moving my ankle.
Yeah, right.
Like,
Yeah, and I can see what. Yeah, okay. Just moving it
like
that little bit. Yeah, it's funny how your brain still just tries to connect to it, even though it's not there.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. It's weird. It's good, and it's like I was walking up the driveway at home. Dad was not far behind me. Yes. You must be able to feel in that leg, like, fuck, you're doing better than
going
I am with
going
two
uphill.
legs. Bloody hell, yeah. So it's sort of, you get to know where the prosthetic is and stuff. So
Yeah.
it becomes your foot.
Do you ever kick your toe and wait for it to hurt, or like react and say "ow" and then
I'll
realize?
drop a bucket or something on it,
Yeah.
like in the excavator.
Yeah.
I'll lift a bucket or something, and I've dropped it on this foot. I'm waiting for it to.
Waiting
Right.
for the pain.
No, it's not there. Right foot. That's a good foot to don't do it on this.
Yeah,
foot.
keep it to that one.
Yeah. But
Yeah, no, it's interesting, isn't it? The way the brain just connects to it. Yeah.
you'd have something similar.
Yeah,
like,
it is,
I'm
yeah.
sure, yeah.
I've done it before where I've hit things in my legs and similar things. I'm waiting for the pain, and then I'm like, oh no, that's right. So,
No.
yeah, it's not gonna happen.
It'd be weird.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Right. So yeah, getting back. Okay, that's the leg. What about the burns? How did they go healing? Was that extremely? I've heard it's extremely painful process
That was
to get them.
the sort
healed.
of the longest healing, I suppose. It took.
Yep.
I had to wear a burns suit
Yep.
for 18 months.
Yeah.
I mean,
Shit.
after it was super hot.
Was it? Yeah. Okay.
But that was sort of I had, because it's full thickness burns, most of it. Like I don't have the nerve endings in it, so
so you
can't
can't feel where they've been burnt now.
Nah.
Yep.
So sort of pain wise, it was pretty good.
Oh, yeah, okay. Because I remember when I was in ICU, had someone next to me that was a burns victim, and then every day going in, like, changing their dressings and stuff, and
Yeah.
he was fucking, like, screaming and
Yeah.
just, not having a good
They
time.
get debrided. Yeah, they cut off
Oh.
all the dead skin and stuff.
Yep.
When I woke up, I was in the burns unit, and I could hear guys like screaming, and girls. What's going on there?
Oh, for,
Oh, they're getting debrided. I'm like,
oh.
yeah, I was out for that, thankfully. So
Oh, so you never had to deal with that.
yeah.
So none of yours, the nerve endings are dead, so none of it was painful, essentially, to treat? It was just annoying?
Well, I woke up and all the burns all the grafts
Oh,
had been done.
I guess after 3 weeks,
So
yeah,
it was
true.
all the
Yeah, lucky.
dead skin and being cut off and stuff. So
Yeah,
it
okay.
wasn't the worst thing in the world. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure it hurts.
Yeah, I'm sure. I could imagine it would. Yeah. So then you had to wear a burns suit, did you say? Is that
Yeah.
just like a
Like a
compression?
compression.
Yep.
Yeah.
And just
So after, yeah.
stops them getting irritated and infected kind of thing?
Yeah, it sort of holds it together and, yeah.
Yeah, righto.
Not
Yeah.
100%
No,
sure.
yeah, not
I
a-
don't know.
not
I
a
just
doctor.
wore it.
You just do what you're told?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
But,
that's fair. I guess the third one, so your brain injury you sustained, is that something, could you feel in yourself early on that you had sustained a brain injury, or when you think back, can you notice a difference in what you might struggle with a bit now compared to before?
Yeah, massively.
You do? Yeah. And
yeah.
do you have to be told early on you've sustained this, or did you know early
No,
on?
I had no idea.
Yeah.
My memory back then was, it's good compared to what it could have been.
Yeah.
My memory's gotten 1,000 times better than what it was. It's still improving.
Oh, from 5 years ago when it happened?
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely.
Okay.
Like, looked at videos and I can't remember what I said 2 minutes ago or
Oh,
a
shit.
minute ago, if that, 30 seconds. Like, yeah, my sister has a video. So what did you do today? Oh, today I woke up, then I went down, brushed my teeth, and then I woke up.
Oh, really? And then you
Yeah,
repeated
so,
yourself?
yeah, it's like,
Oh, shit. Yeah, okay.
yeah, so it's, yeah.
Has there been training and techniques and things to work on that?
Yeah, I had to
Yeah.
see a neuropsychologist, and she's put a couple of steps in for me to help me remember things and just give me tips and stuff, and
Yeah.
use my phone, a calendar, and if it's
Yep.
not in the calendar or not,
So you just refer to that
I need
often.
to do that. Yeah,
Yep.
otherwise it's still, yeah. If I have a call about to do something for tomorrow, if I don't set a reminder or something in my phone, I won't remember the next day that I had to do that.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So you know now, as soon as you have something on, you just know to put it in.
Yeah, I have to, otherwise it won't happen. Like, yeah.
When it goes off the next day, do you go, oh, yeah, I remember I had that then?
Yeah, it's that
Yep.
that reminder that triggers it. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yep, okay. But if that reminder didn't go off,
I'd have no
it'd be
hope.
gone.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Has it happened where a week later someone goes, oh, you were meant to do that, and you go, oh, shit, yeah, I was too?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so it's still in there.
Still
It's still in
yeah.
there, but it's not, it just doesn't trigger for you in your memory.
It's still like, yeah, otherwise, I'll forget to set a reminder or,
Yep.
like, yeah, it won't.
Yeah, it's
If
interesting.
I don't do that,
But-
I don't remember it. So
But the fact it's gotten better over 5 years is interesting as well.
it's
The
still
fact
getting
that
better
it's
every
still
day.
processing. I don't know if you ever saw Move for Lex, Alexa Leary, that had a brain injury. She was a triathlete and had a brain injury. Had her family on here a few years ago, and she, like I said, sustained a brain injury and early on couldn't talk, but then music triggered something in her, and she could sing the words of songs she remembered. So she remembered lyrics, and I think from there was able to build on speaking and re-engaging that way. Did you have any little tricks or anything that popped up for you to get you going again, or
Not
was it
like that,
just
no.
just a bit of a grind and just
Yeah.
going along with it?
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
just got on
Deal with it and
Yeah. How are your friends and family and loved ones playing a role with you with this?
Everyone's been great. Like, no one looks at me like I'm disabled.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, it's the last thing you want is for someone to look at, oh, do you want a hand with this? Are you
Yeah.
right?
Poor little thing. Yeah.
Or carrying shopping. Like, do you want a hand with that? Do you want me to get I've been lifting stuff all day. Like, I can
Yeah,
do
you
this.
can
So
do
that's
it.
the worst thing is people demoralising you.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, it's
But-
tough because sometimes like people mean well.
yeah.
But it's
yeah,
that
and that's
fine
you.
line.
Like, I do it too.
Yeah.
I see someone struggling. I'm like, oh, you right, mate?
Yeah.
I'll give you a hand. Like, no, I'm fine. No,
Yeah, yeah.
oh, sorry.
Yeah.
It's just human nature. Like,
It is,
yeah,
which
yeah.
is, you do appreciate. I guess there's different ways to go about it. There's a way of jumping in and saying, let me do that for you. Or there's a way of being like,
Hey, mate, do
excuse
you want
me,
a hand?
do you want a hand? And be like, no, I'm right, thanks for that. Okay.
Yeah.
No worries, appreciate it. Yeah, there's there's a line to the way you can do it, isn't there? Where it's still appreciative, but you'd be like, "Nah, I'm right." Thanks. Or sometimes, like me, I'll be like, "Yeah, that would be awesome. Actually, if you could give
Yeah.
me a hand here, then just be willing to do it." So
People are good.
people are, yeah, majority of people are.
Yeah, majority.
Yeah. Some of your injuries at times could be, I guess, if you're wearing long pants or something, a little bit invisible. So do you ever have that where sort of people are almost a bit shocked or
Had a river. It was a good one.
Yeah.
Went to the footy probably a couple of years ago again, and went up to grab some beers and was walking back, and I had pants on. Was walking back to the stand, walking back to the seat, security, and the coppers were up there watching me. And I was like, oh god,
oh, this bloke's drunk?
I had a couple of beers, but yeah. So walking back past people, and I'd sort of spilt them a little bit. Someone's yelling out, Scarlett, Scarlett. And then my mate started yelling out, Chewy, Chewy. And I'm like, oh, we're getting kicked out anyway. So I'll just take the leg off.
Oh,
took the leg off and poured the beer into it and sat there and drank it out. And the cops and the security just walked away.
Just let you do it,
No, he's not pissed. Yeah,
Oh, it's a good excuse if you are pissed. If you are pissed, but no,
I'm
just my leg.
sleepless.
Yeah, that's what it is. Oh, that's great.
No.
You could get away with a bit, can't you? Yeah, it's good. Should have done this years ago, mate. Oh, no, that's great. Like I said, we do want to get into more, I guess, the positive things and awesome stuff you're doing now. But before we get into that sort of stuff, what are some of the, I guess, daily activities or things that, other than we spoke about your memory, obviously, and things like that, but that you might struggle with a little bit that people might not realise?
That's truth. Yeah.
You mentioned your hands are tough sometimes. Is it those fine motor skills trying to do things like that?
I think it's just I forget what I am now. Like, I always remember what I used to be.
Yep.
And it's hard not comparing myself to what I used to be able to do.
Yep. Yeah, that's fair.
I can do most things that I could do before, but it's just I don't do it as well now, so I'm hard on myself like that.
In a different way, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have to, in that moment, try to stop and remind yourself, I guess, how far you've come and why it's like that?
Yeah, I need to do that more often.
Do you? Yeah, get a bit frustrated?
Yeah.
How do you go with emotional regulation? Do you deal with your emotions okay still, following your brain injuries? Doing no different?
A bit different, like,
A bit different?
Not so much different. Like, I see psychologists and I guess that helps. But
otherwise, you get frustrated
I
at
just
times.
I'm better off. I just close up and then just isolate myself and and deal with it that way, I suppose.
Within yourself rather than trying.
Rather than I know I shouldn't hate, but I don't ask for help. I don't speak to people enough.
And you're aware of that. Is that something you're trying to work on and reach out more, you think?
Just on the phone with my sister saying the same thing. And she's I'm like, oh yeah, how you going? She's like, yeah, great. Oh. I'm like, are you really? That didn't sound like great. She's the same as me. Like,
it's a pretty common thing. I'm pretty similar in that, when there's something to bottle up, and I always try to preach it on here for people to speak out and things. So I mean, I need to get better at it myself as well. But it's not an easy thing to do sometimes, especially I guess probably similar to you, and probably a little bit more so with me when I have to ask for help with so many different things of independence. Then it's also hard to then speak out about different things. So, but I mean, being aware of it, I guess, is the first step, isn't it? To then being able to speak up a bit more. So no, being aware of it's good, and then we just need to take that next step, don't we? We'll get there. All right. So enough about the things you struggle with. What are some of the sick things you're doing these days that people maybe wouldn't expect following the hectic injury that you sustained?
Well, no, I don't think it's hectic. But
No, of course not.
It's just day to day for me. Like, I love it. So 8 months after I got out of the hospital, 8 months after the crash, went wakeboarding.
Oh yeah.
For the first time, I had a bloody the first leg that they give you.
Yeah.
It's I can't remember what it is. I and it went wake. It's not meant to go in the water.
Isn't it?
No,
Not
and
waterproof?
it went wakeboarding in that thing.
Yep.
That was good. That was 8 months after I was.
Straight
that
into
was,
it.
That was really hard. Like my arms.
Oh, yeah.
Really do. Yeah.
Even because even like before my injury when I was younger, we'd go water skiing. Your forearms are dead by the end of the day, and your
Yeah.
hands. So how'd you go with that? With struggling with grip, Just-
I wakeboarded a lot beforehand.
Right.
So and
just natural to you
yeah,
then.
I don't know, but I could only do a couple of laps.
Yeah,
park
okay.
Before I was knackered, but
Yeah.
but yeah.
How was that? Like first
That was
experience
good.
of really getting
That was
back into
great.
it.
Yeah, I was happy as.
Just give you that bit of reassurance that you can get back into
Yeah,
doing
that I
these
can
things.
actually do this stuff. Like, yeah, when I was in hospital, I was in there for 5-6 months, and was sort of wondering, am I ever going to be able to do the things that I could do before?
Yeah.
So yeah, that leg was meant to go in the water, but I was unsure. I needed to prove to myself that I could still do this stuff. Like,
Yeah.
and yeah,
That would have been massive.
yeah, that was awesome. Yeah.
Then that would have given you confidence to go try other things.
Yeah, so ended up, that would have been, I think that was in February. Figured out that I could still do stuff that I used to do before, so I needed to get my license again.
Yeah.
I found out through a friend that I could go for my manual car license.
Oh, okay.
It's like, oh, I want to do that.
Yeah, why not? Yep.
So they're trying to give me a left foot accelerator, left foot accelerator and brake.
Yep.
And the thing, and I didn't want to do that. Like,
Yep.
I wanted to be able to drive a mate's car if he couldn't drive, or wanted to be able to drive someone else's car if they didn't have the modifications in there.
Yep.
So I ended up, she put me on to another OT who assessed me doing a manual.
Yep.
And yeah, didn't have any dramas doing that. That was good.
Right. Because I mean, should say it's your right leg that's missing. So
That's the brake foot and the accelerator. Yeah.
How do you just get used to? Like, how do you know when you're hitting it? You just do.
I don't know. Yeah, it's just like Dad says when I'm walking up the driveway, you must be able to feel that.
Yeah.
Foot. Like
Just like second nature. You just know what you're on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like another foot.
That's that's interesting because I think thinking back to when I used to drive, it was so much of feel of knowing what pedal you're on, what pedal you're not on. So that's that's a good effort. Like I said, just muscle memory almost. It must be.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah. But
Yeah.
it's so that was a big step. Get my license and then get me out. Like I was back in as soon as I got that, then
bit of independence back.
Went back kite surfing.
Kite surfing too.
Yeah, doing that. So
see, yeah, that's awesome. Was it something you did beforehand as well?
Yeah. I've been doing that for about 15, 20 years odd. So.
Yeah, okay. Back in the water, and so you always love
that's
the water.
My happy place.
Is it? Yeah, that's.
In the water.
Well, I mean, that's good for the soul, for the mind, for the healing of the body as well. So I imagine, getting back in there, they said, a familiar sort of feeling, and for your mental health, as we spoke about earlier, for everything, that was massive for you?
Yeah, that's my. Used to be on the motorbike, my escape.
Yeah.
So I used to just jump on the bike and go for a ride in the afternoon. That was or otherwise, when it wasn't windy, I'd do that.
Yep.
But if it was windy, then I'd be out there kite surfing. That was my mental that was my fun. I used to go fishing while I was doing it, while I was kite surfing.
Oh, right, yeah.
Silly. Anyway.
So do you have different legs for different activities?
Yeah, I got a wet leg.
Wet leg and a dry leg?
Wet leg and a everyday leg. Yeah, so this one I use.
Yeah, right. So that just...
Ripper. I had a friend painted a painting, Estelle.
That's cool.
Painted a whale.
Whale on there. Yeah, that's
it. It's a bloody ripper.
So you press a button on the side and that essentially just locks in or locks out.
That releases it, so it's like a one-way, like a non-return thing. So.
Oh, yeah, so that puts it in. So you got to screw it at the end of your leg and that pops into the...
Yeah, so that pops in and then, it locks in, but it doesn't come out unless you push that button to release it.
Yep, okay.
So it's a pin lock system, I think.
Yep, and similar with the other legs, is the same sort of setup, just a wet and a dry leg?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
That's
bloody.
You tangled yourself.
Oh, no. Yeah, I was, so, it was a couple months after I got my wet leg.
Mm.
I went out at Broad Beach. I went kite surfing. And I just went out, went to a wave, and the wave smashed down. Went to go under it, and come up, and the bloody, I'm like,
Leg was gone.
oh no! Oh shit! Yeah, it was gone. I was like, oh no! Dragged back, got my board, laid on my board. I'm like, shit. Like it just rained the day before, so all the water was brown. I couldn't see anything. So
Did you get it back?
dragged myself up the beach, put the kite down. Oh no!
Hopping around?
Yeah, hopping around. And then the next day I went. It was gone. Like
Oh, really? Couldn't
yeah,
find it?
there's no hope of finding it in there. Like the water was that
So-
brown. It was
Shit.
So next day I went back down there, went to go swimming just to see if I could find it.
Yeah.
And had no hope. So
Yeah.
it was gone as far as I knew.
Oh, shit.
And then 3 weeks later, a bloke bloody found me.
No.
Yeah,
Oh, I was going to say.
through Facebook. I'd been miserable.
Yeah.
Like I just got my wet leg. Like that was my
Oh,
life. I was
yeah,
always
true.
in the water. Just got it. So I was down. I ended up bloody deactivated my account.
yeah.
I was like,
Just wanted to be away
Yeah,
from everyone. Yep.
done. And then my auntie called my dad.
Yeah.
He goes, "Is Matt seeing Facebook?"
Just looking for a
No,
leg.
no. I just sent you a thing.
Yeah.
And the bloke had found it.
How good.
He
Would have freaked out having a
he'd
leg wash
been
up
diving,
to
so
him.
10k down. He found it at the spit.
Oh, shit.
So I lost it at Broad Beach, and he'd found it at the spit, which is 10k.
Oh, that's
So
wild.
3 weeks later, it was
Washed up there and
no, it wasn't washed up. It was in the rock wall.
just
At the
wedged down
spit,
there.
yeah.
Oh,
So he was diving, he was spearfishing.
Someone's lost a leg.
Yeah. So it had Thomas Tank Engine on it.
Oh,
Yeah. On
Oh.
Facebook, bunches of people had shared on Facebook, and
Yeah.
then he found me through that. So that's one good thing Facebook's for.
that is good. There
Got
you go.
my leg back to me.
Got
and
your leg back.
Thanks,
yeah.
Peter.
That's good. Yeah. That's
Bloody
awesome.
good bloke. And
Yeah. Like you said, it's it gives you so much freedom and
yeah.
access to the water and activities. So it's massive to you. Must seem like a little bit of equipment, but yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, I was gutted when I lost
Well,
it.
yeah. You strap it on a bit tighter now, do you? Or
I've got to duct tape it.
duct tape, really?
I
Is
now wear a leg rope,
it- Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
leg rope,
Oh, so it stays. Yeah.
to my harness when I'm kite surfing,
Yeah.
which has saved it
Oh, so it's come up a few
probably
times.
probably 8 or 10 times since.
Yeah, right.
Oh, thankfully that's on there, so
Yeah. Okay.
that's what
Shit.
saved it. But the duct tape holds it on the bust. We got to duct tape up.
Yeah.
Once water gets under the silicone, it just
Oh,
slips straight off. So,
Yeah. Okay. So
but
good.
yeah, so it's
duct tape fixes it.
I'm used to it now, but
Yeah.
it's taken some learning to get to this point.
Yeah,
where
of
I know
course.
that something needs to be adjusted, or
Well, that's the biggest thing, isn't it? Like in hospital, well, people can tell you all the things that you should or shouldn't do with it and that, but until you go out and have experiences and life experiences, that
completely
you
different.
figure it out, don't you? So yeah, the trial and error is probably the biggest thing I've found with
Yeah.
with things like, and asking for advice of others that do similar stuff is always helpful. But yeah, I figure you know your body, you know what works for you, and trial and error is always gonna work best, I think. So that's awesome. But you're back working as well.
Yeah, just recently started working for myself.
Yep.
Got an excavator and a truck.
Digging.
Digging a hole. I dug a hole, Dad.
Nice.
What did you do today? I dug a hole.
Yeah.
So that's kept me. I think that's probably the best thing that's happened for my mental health. Like, giving me something to do rather than sitting at home
Yep.
wallowing away. And it's
Sense of purpose almost.
Yeah,
And yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome.
It's
And
been a godsend.
have you been back on a bike?
Yeah.
You have.
Yeah.
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 Shit.
Been back a couple of times.
Yep.
I love it.
Still love it.
Yeah, love it.
dis-
I do not remember that day.
Yeah.
So it doesn't
Doesn't-
affect me
okay.
really as such. But I've jumped back on a bike the first time and I was on it. straight up on the back wheel,
Oh, I
and I
was
was
gonna-
like, oh no, I can't feel the back brake.
Oh shit!
I
Yeah.
better not do that anymore.
So you stick to 2 wheels now most of the time.
4.
4 wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not too. Not. Yeah. Oh,
Not a
yeah.
two
No
wheel.
wheelies. No.
No wheelies. Yep.
Nah,
Good.
I'd stay off bikes, sort of not. Yeah, for everyone else's sake.
Yeah.
sort of,
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
The effects.
done
Them.
enough damage to them, so.
Yep. No, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
As
Yeah.
much as I would love, I'd
Yeah.
love to get back on a bike.
Yeah.
But I know that if I did and I come off,
Yeah.
that'd fall apart.
So what are some of the things you've seen with friends and family that you've seen it really affect them? Have you had conversations with them about it?
Oh, just when I was
Yeah.
out,
Yep.
the unknown of whether I was gonna survive or not was
You just got to see the way that it's affected them.
that would yeah.
Yeah.
And then I woke up, and the amount of support and friends and the amount of people that it did affect really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bit of a wave, doesn't it? It trickles
Yeah.
out and
Yeah.
affects those around you. But
I just had a friend go through it. She was in a coma, and I was on the other end.
oh yeah, so
So,
got
geez,
to
that was tough.
experience the other side of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But-
Shit.
that was only for a couple of days, luckily. But if that was how they felt for 3 weeks or whatever it was, and
Yeah.
not knowing if I was going to survive or not, that would have been.
Very tough for you.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're happy to see you doing so well now and
Wow.
achieving things and
Yeah.
getting back out in the water and doing all these crazy activities.
Back living.
You're back living, exactly, exactly right. What's next for you then? What's next?
It's truth.
Not thinking that far ahead, just day to
Yeah,
day.
no, just going day to day at the
Yeah.
moment. I'm back working now and
Yeah.
sort of, trying to get the business in line and
Yeah.
sort of get back on track.
Are there any big activities that you haven't been able to re-get into yet that you want to, or you already done everything?
Not really.
Yeah, okay.
If there's something that I want to do, then I'll
Just go do it.
just go and do it. Yeah.
Easy as that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, been up to sailing.
Oh,
Got
yeah.
into sailing.
Yep.
Went and sailed a boat back from Hobart. After they did Sydney to Hobart,
Oh,
sailed
yeah.
that back up and went up to Hamilton Island to race week up there and spend the week up there. That was
Nice.
awesome fun. Nearly fell off the boat.
Did you?
And remembered that I've only got one leg.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing to remember.
Yeah, I nearly fell off the boat in the middle of a race.
Oh shit.
Oh god.
Wouldn't have been
Sort of
ideal
Need to
at all.
calm down a bit, but
Yeah.
it's not. I don't know. Yeah, if I want to do something, there's nothing that I can't do.
Yeah, exactly. Do it a little bit in a different way or
Yeah.
adaptations.
Yeah,
But you can still
yeah,
go do
you
it.
can still do everything.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome, mate. And what about advice for someone that maybe gone through something similar, whether it's a prosthetic, whether it's a brain injury, whatever it is? What advice would you have for someone that might be going through a similar thing?
Don't give up.
Yep.
Like, you injuries. I don't know. Do everything day to day and just don't try and let it limit you.
Yeah.
Because you can do everything
suppose
that
it's
everyone else can.
Yeah. Those things we've already spoken about that you can do it. It just might be
Yeah.
figuring out how to do it.
It's just you just do it differently.
Yeah.
Like
So-
there's different ways.
No, I think that's good advice for. It doesn't even have to be a similar situation for anyone that's gone through any sort of life-changing sort of events that you can get back into living life. You can do whatever you want. You just might look a little bit differently than it did before. But and again, not to compare yourself to how you were before.
That's the hardest thing.
That is the
Yeah.
hardest thing. It's hard to put that out of your brain. It's almost like living two different lives sometimes, I think. And
Yeah.
you had your previous life and you've got your now life, and it's hard not to think and compare and wonder where you'd be or what you're doing if it hadn't happened. But just to stay in the moment, I guess. Stay in the moment's good. So,
Yeah.
no. Awesome, mate. No, thank you for coming on and sharing that. It's you said you treat it pretty chill, no, lack of a better word, but quite a significant injury and event you've been through. But no, to see what you're doing these days, I'm sure it'll inspire other people to just give things a crack they've been thinking about and maybe putting off. So no, I think that's awesome, mate. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Cheers.
Oh.
Well, Matt Curran, quite a significant event that he plays down quite a bit that he's been through. It's a lot to lose a leg, sustain burns, and sustain a brain injury. But I mean, the way he just, I guess, yeah, like I said, plays it down, but just cracks on, carries on. If he wants to have a go at something, just gives it a go. So I reckon that's a an awesome attitude to have. But then also the way he can see that it did affect the people around him, and the way that in himself he knows that he doesn't probably speak up or deal with things in the best way often. So I mean, still work to improve on for him and myself, and I'm sure lots of you listening. But for him to get on with things the way he has, and give him a go, and as we spoke about, just about trial and error is the best way to figure things out if you are in a position of a disability, or whatever it might be. So no, that was awesome for Matt to come on and share his tough journey, and to see where he's at now, 5 years down the track. It'll be awesome to maybe touch base again in a few years and see how much further he's progressed. But if this episode or any of my episodes do bring up any adverse feelings for yourself, please contact Lifeline for support on 13 11 14. You can also send them a text message on 0477 13 11 14, or go to lifeline.org.au and navigate towards the live chat. Remember to reach out and check in on each other, and that it ain't weak to speak. Also, don't forget to go check out the Instagram page at chatsfromachair_podcast, or the Facebook page at Chats from a Chair Podcast, and let me know who you think I should have on and have a chat with, and also check out all of my past guests, where you can catch up on episodes you might have missed. But that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this chat as much as I did. Cheers.